I would much rather be able to ride than be skinny, you know?
Did you start riding?
I started riding when I was 4.
Okay.
I started riding when I was, I think, about 7 years old.
I started riding as a kid. I was probably 3 or 4.
The stereotypes themselves, how have they impacted you mentally, physically, and then also like in a separate sense, like how has it impacted your riding, if it has?
Mentally, it just affects me because it makes me feel like I'm less than everyone else who's competing in those classes.
A really unfortunate battle that, at least for me, probably started when I was 10, and 11 years later still clouds my everyday mind.
Being hyper aware of that you're different, you look different than everybody else, you look different than what they're looking for.
Around late high school and college, I definitely started paying attention to what I was eating a little more, eating a little less intuitively based on what my body wants and more what my brain thinks I should be eating for the sport.
Because you can be a size 6 and be the biggest person in your class.
It makes me feel like there's more of an eye on me because I'm visibly the biggest person in the class.
Tall, they want skinny, and I am not either of them.
I left college and I went home to go ride my horse, and one of the ladies in the barn asked me if I was sick because I had lost so much weight, and then my trainer told me that I looked great and to keep it up.
I would say that most people don't cope. I think a lot of it is rooted in the people that you surround yourself with.
Even if they're meant to be compliments or meant to be harmless. So I think communicating about it like that with people who might be not meaning any harm but accidentally causing it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize the harm that they do, even just by talking about it.
The only thing I can really do is get on and ride and prove that I'm not that way, but I mean, sometimes it's just hard.
I never weigh myself. I try to keep scales away from me because I don't want to hyperfixate on it.
Acknowledging that at the end of the day, you have to be working towards what's gonna make you the best rider, not the skinniest rider.
But there's specifically a picture, and you might have seen it. There's a picture of me on Tropics at the most recent show.
Oh, yeah.
Screenshot of a video, mid-class, and my face. I mean, I am beaming, I am pure joy. I am having the time of my life. And looking back at that picture, I think like that's what keeps me going.
You know, even making this documentary has been really hard, just because we're constantly talking about it, which means that I'm constantly thinking about it, and therefore I'm constantly thinking about my own body. But I hope that the outcome has some good for people, because again, we don't talk about it